I've had enough. I'm gonna leave on the next train. I'm gonna shake the dust.
Well, number one, the first thing I want to accomplish is make sure that whatever story I'm telling is a story that not only is compelling to me, but is also compelling to the audience, whoever I'm writing or singing to. What I try to do as a writer is to make sure whatever I write is something that I can connect to you with. If you listen to my words, if you listen to the lines that I put down on paper, most of those songs are about things you can identify with. And I try to say them in a way that's conversational, that it's not really hard to understand. It's not a lot of abstract poetry or anything like that. My main goal with my writing is to touch people in some way. Sometimes I'm able to do that, sometimes I'm not, but for the most part, that's my goal, is to connect, to say what I want to say, but in a way that makes you feel what I'm saying. I would say I didn't really start off as a country writer, to be honest with you. I actually morphed into country. So for me to apply what I've learned as a country songwriter is actually something I learned after I already started as a classic rock blues player. I started kind of branching out with my music because I got kind of tired of and bored with playing the same old thing. Garth Brooks had a big influence on me when he first came out, and he had a song called Not Counting You. For some reason, that song just kind of hit me when I heard the lyrics, and I said, well, that's a cool way of writing a song, to kind of say it backwards, you know, not counting you, I've never had a heartache. So I took you know, what was really cool about that, you know, and I decided that I want to use that to just become a better writer. And so I began to hook up with people who were writing country at the time. A guy named Michael Curtis out of Killeen, Alabama. So he taught me quite a bit about writing. And then I got involved with the Memphis Songwriters Association when I moved to Memphis. I learned an awful lot with them as well. And as I began to hone my craft as a country writer, it took a few years, but I began to realize that it's not really what I wanted to write. I got tired of writing songs for other people, which is typical in the country arena. When you're a staff writer, you're always writing for somebody else that's going to sing the song. Well, I got tired of doing that, you know. So I decided I want to write something for me. I want to write what I want to write, and my love is rock music and blues and pop. So I write what comes to mind. So I just take what I learned in the country area and I apply it to what I write now. So that's basically how the metamorphosis took place. Kind of country came along in the middle. It wasn't the beginning, actually. So. When a Hero Dies, the story of that really started with Riley Bishop, our drummer with Red Velvet Mojo. Riley told me a story about a friend of his that died in a motorcycle accident. It's been a couple of years ago. This guy was about 70 years old. He was a motorcyclist, loved to you know, ride the bikes down in Florida. Had a big beard, really happy-go-lucky, jovial guy. He was out one day, got in a car wreck, ended up at the funeral. They started talking about this guy and the things he did with his life. And there were a lot of people at that funeral who never knew this guy was a decorated Navy SEAL from Vietnam, was a CIA operative and spent time in a Baghdad prison. It really got me thinking about all the people that are out there that we have no clue what they've done with their lives or how they may have put themselves in harm's way for someone else. We saw a lot of it in 9/11 where you had a lot of people who basically just, you know, whatever it took, they went and did it, and a lot of firemen, a lot of policemen gave their lives that day. So I decided I wanted to write a song as a tribute to those people who are willing to put their lives on the line for someone else, be it a veteran, you know, a soldier or a policeman or a fireman, a Coast Guard rescue person, or just the average person walking down the street who sees a situation and has to take care of it. So that's kind of what I was shooting for with this song. While while you can and that's it are basically my responses to my situation. Having been a writer for a long time, having done the Nashville thing, come close to what I guess most people would consider making it as a writer, standing in a publishing company on Music Row, watching tours go by, and at some point in your life, you know, when that kind of went by the wayside, and I got back to living and taking care of my family and raising a family, I got to this point in my life where I realized, you know, I'm getting older. We're all getting older. But I've realized that if I'm going to do something, I got to do it now. I can't wait. And I think that most people kind of go through their life kind of in this fog of living. And so the time gets by, you know, and you don't realize how fast that time goes by because you're busy living. So in those two songs, I've kind of decided that this is the point in my life where I'm not going to wait anymore. It's time to stop waiting. It's time to do something about it now because none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. So that's where those ideas came from, and I think they're a perfect representative of what I think every day. And that's, you got to do it while you can. You know, I'm tired of not doing it, so that's it. I'm ready to do it.
While you can, don't delay it. You might not get another chance. Better do it while you can. Better do it now, man.